हेलो। Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir. Morning, sir. Morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you, all of you?
We are doing great, sir. We are very good.
Today, maybe we will speak for 30 seconds on the work done by you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. The summary or the findings in 30 seconds only. The secretary will be available only up to 9:40. So just now I am connecting him.
Okay, sir.
Change it. सबसे बात
Vineet and Rajat Bharadwaj, you also check your mic and video. Vineet and Rajat Bharadwaj.
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir. We checked.
Sir, it is checked, sir.
And your place. Here you are. Yeah. You no. Who has joined? Yes. सर आपकी आवाज इको हो रही है। माइक को
Morning to all of you. Okay.
Good morning, sir. It's a privilege to welcome you here. I request my Deputy Director, Sri Ranvijay Singh, to formally welcome you on behalf of DGNIC.
Respected Secretary to Telecom, Sri K. Rajaramu sir, TG and NCA-F Sri Srikant Panda sir, Post Director Sri Aishwar of Indian Post and Telecom Accounts and Finance Service. A very warm good morning to all of you. Today, through online mode, we are gathered here to formally inaugurate the induction program of IP&TAFS probation of 2021 batch. And to inaugurate this program today, we have our esteemed guest, Secretary Telecom. Sir is 1989 batch IS officer of Tamil Nadu cadre and holds BTech degree in electronics communications, a first class MBA and Master of Economics. Sir he started his career as design engineer in Bhel, Trichy, and he holds also the charge of duty of Chennai Metro Railway during his early construction period. Sir was Commissioner of Commercial Tax in Government of Tamil Nadu and held charge of Joint Expenditure in Government Additional Secretary Department of Economic Affairs. Sir has published articles in business lines on right to information and energy conservation policy. He is a certified trainer in incident command system for disaster management and has served as a disaster rescue team leader in Nagapattinam during tsunami and Kanchipuram during the floods of 2015 and 2016. His special interest is in the field of right to information, industrial policy, and investment promotions, human development, consumer protection, disaster management, urban mobilities, and entrepreneurship. Sir, on behalf of DG and NICF and entire fraternity of IP&TFS, we wholeheartedly welcome you in this inaugural session. We are grateful to you for accepting our invitation and becoming the chief guest of today's event. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I request the participants who have joined service yesterday, please introduce yourself. Say you please.
Good morning, sir. My name is Hakruzan Prasanjit. I'm from Manipur and I finished my graduation and post-graduation in physics from St. Stephen's College, University of Delhi.
Good morning, sir. My name is PK Siddharth Ramkumar. I'm coming from Kerala. I did my graduation in architecture. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. My name is Swapnil Prabhakar Nisargal. I come from Aurangabad, Maharashtra. I completed my graduation in computer science and engineering.
Sir, my name is Alex Abraham. I am coming from Kerala. I have completed BTech Civil Engineering.
Good morning, sir. I'm Sridevi. I come from Karnataka. I did my graduation in BE Electronics and Communications Engineering. Previously, I was working with the International Financial Services Authority. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. I am Ravija from Haryana. I have done my BTech in Electronics and Communication and my MTech in VLSI Design and have been working as analog design engineer with Intel Technology India Limited.
Very good morning, sir. I am Ashutosh Gupta and I am from Nagpur. I am a civil engineer and I have worked as a junior level expert in Webcost Limited and now I joined the services. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. I am Santosh Bari from Andhra Pradesh. I'm a doctor. I did my graduation from Andhra Medical College and I did my post-graduation in dermatology from South Central Hospital. Sir. Thank you, sir.
A very good morning, sir. My name is Gaurav. I come from Devghar, Jharkhand. I have done Masters in International Relations. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. I am Anil Kumar. I am from Telangana state. I have completed my graduation in agriculture and electronics engineering from India. Later, I worked as some related discounts, Telangana discounts, and later in direct services.
Good morning, sir. My name is Shraddha Shukla. I come from Raipur district of Chhattisgarh. I have done my graduation and masters in physics. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Myself, Ravi Kumar Chaudhary. I belong to Nalanda district from Bihar. I have done my graduation in chemical engineering and post-graduation in MBA. I worked in Tata Steel before joining here. Thank you, sir.
Morning, sir. My name is Nikhil Bharadwaj. I come from Warangal in Telangana. I've done my BTech in chemical engineering from NIT Warangal. Prior to joining here, I worked as an auditor in the Ministry of Finance. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. This is Manish Gupta, Post Director of this batch. So it's my duty to brief you about the whole program of 104 weeks. So, sir, they will be with us for next 104 weeks. We have done their FC from Missouri. The 15 weeks will be minus from their courses. And after that, sir, they will join. They have joined here for orientation module and the IT module of 4 weeks. After that, sir, they will go to the NIFM for 15 weeks for their professional training course. And sir, they will come back in July, May to the NICF. And in NICF, sir, we have 4 modules. One is the administrative module, second is the telecom module, third is the postal module, and fourth is the specialized module. For telecom module, we will deal with the all telecom technology and the finance and spectrum auction, US service schemes, and all the nitty-gritty of the telecom ecosystem, including the FDI and asset management. In postal module, sir, we will deal with the postal operation, postal finance, and IPPB, PLI, banking system, and other postal ecosystems, and technology development in the postal department. In specialized module, sir, we will deal with the insurance and banking module, investment and FDI module, IND-AS, corporate governance, IBC, new technology, IoT, M2M, blockchain, and digital ledger technologies. And they will have 2 attachments during the entire program. One is in IIM. So we will, last batch, we have attached them in IIM and IIT also. So last batch, we have attached the IIT Mumbai. So similarly, they will also be attached to the IIM and IIT in this two-year probation. And sir, during the entire training, they have to pass the exams. So we have 2 exams in each module, and they have to write a also in each module. So this is the overall program of around 90 weeks, apart from the FC. So thank you, sir. And now I request DG NICF, Sri Srikant Panda, sir, to address the gathering.
Good morning, sir. Please, my Deputy Director Vijay and Kunal, Amarnath, and all the professionals who have joined yesterday, 2021 batch, plus all the professionals of the last batch who are on their Bharat Darshan, but they are also online from Tawang, DC office, Tawang. Sir, first of all, it is my honor and privilege to get your time for inaugurating the training program of this batch. It's a very important day for all of us, and particularly to this batch when you are inaugurating the beginning of their training program. As mentioned by Manish, they will be here under our supervision for 2 years, and we will train them to meet the changing needs of our department. Last year, as I was mentioning sometime, that our changing the training modules and the format we have changed a bit to inculcate the innovativeness in the minds of the civil servants. Last year, we have given them various topics to do a kind of small research, and the last batch, whatever they have done today also, they will just take 30 seconds to brief you about what they have done. Sir, let me inform you that the new age training, the requirements of the civil servants for the next 30 years is something difficult to foresee. But it is also accepted fact that innovation holds the key. The young civil servants, not only they themselves should be innovative, but they should also be prepared to encourage innovations in the minds of others working in different departments while they will be serving in various ministries. So keeping this in mind, our training, we are shaping it, we are in the process of evolving, and we are improving it to meet the needs of the future generations. We cater to two departments, and we do not neglect also the postal side. And this time also, we have given them full training, whatever is required from the postal department. Besides all these postal and telecom, we bring them out. We train them as young civil servants to meet the needs of various departments as a civil servant whenever they feel like going on deputation and all that. So thank you, sir, for giving us this time, your valuable time. I have already informed everybody that you will be here up to 9:45. So we are just discussing this program. So thank you again. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, DG sir. Now I request Sri K. Rajaraman sir to give an inaugural address on starting this training of the new professionals. Sri Rajaraman sir.
Namaste and good morning to all of you. I think there are a couple of participants who have not muted their mics. Please mute them, I think, just to ensure that all of us are able to listen without any echo. So I would like to first of all congratulate all of you for having joined the service and taken this plunge to serve this nation in a long career that awaits you ahead. So I also join the DG NICF in welcoming all of you to a career that promises to be very fulfilling in the service of the nation. So I'm sure that this career will take you to various departments, because essentially, though you may be joining the telecom department, and fundamentally the services related to posts and telegraphs and telecom. So nevertheless, I think your being part of a civil service will definitely take you on a journey across several other departments as well. And I'm very sure, I'm sure that you will find your calling maybe in 5 or 10 years, when I think you will be able to assess what you are really good at and what you aspire to be, etc. So I'm sure that this service will be certainly rewarding. I only hope that maybe in the times to come, you all become senior officers in various departments and lead the nation into the next phase of growth as we move into the middle part of this 100 years. Now, we are in a very special time, in the sense that you have joined at a time when I think India is celebrating the 75th year of its independence. So they call it Amrit Kal. So there is a tremendous amount of energy in the economy. I think there are youngsters who are running every field of the economy. I think whether be it startups, be it the small and medium enterprises, or maybe youngsters who are designing things in the engineering field, or parts of the working as the front end of the financial industry, and so on and so forth. So they are everywhere. Youngsters are everywhere, and you are there here now in government. So from that perspective, I think you have joined at a time which is historic from the perspective of the India's trajectory from the date of its independence. So if you look at what we have achieved so far, I think it's a very long story. I think I'm sure that all of you must have, as part of the civil service, read through all the pages of history. But nevertheless, I think it is very important to say that we have traveled a long way. Certainly, I think as a nation in several spheres of life, and still there is a long way to go. I think in terms of ensuring that the constitutional mandate that is enshrined in the preamble and all the chapters of the Constitution are fulfilled in its totality. So essentially, if you look at it, we all have to work together on fulfilling the most important the task before the government today is to ensure that greater equality, ensuring that the people get all the services without irrespective of whether you are in an urban area or in a rural area, whether you belong to a higher segment of the economic class, or you're in the lower economic class, or whatever be the segment you belong to. So this is the work of government, to ensure that there is inclusiveness in all the development that it does. So therefore, I think from that perspective, I think as a civil servant, when you take decisions, as the Honorable Prime Minister often quotes, I think it is very important that sometimes we need to look beyond the files that are put for us. And certainly, I think we are constrained by the laws of the land. I think we are constrained by the Constitution and so on and so forth. But if there is an option available to you to enable inclusive growth, fairness, and ensure that greater amount of people will benefit, then certainly I think decisions can be taken in that light. So therefore, always we must, while taking decisions, while forming opinions, while discussing, debating, I think somewhere in the subconscious mind, we must always keep the benefit and the interests of the man in the far off corner of India, whose lives would depend upon the decisions that we make. So especially when you have joined the telecom department, I think our task before us in the current years is to ensure that we get high quality telecom services in every rural area of India, a remote area of India, mountainous territory, be it or the valleys or the plains for that matter. So therefore, this is a very challenging task to reach out to enable broadband and broadband internet and telecom services. So similarly, every department has a particular mandate before us. So this is why the government has actually launched what is known as the Aspirational Districts program, so that I think all our programs reach these districts of various of such states where the development progress has not been up to the mark. So this is the time, the 75th year of the independence, that we must seize the opportunity to deliver what best we can. I'm sure that all of you will get posted out to some CCS office, or maybe some of you may come to the DoT headquarters, some of you may go to other departments. But let's all keep this pledge before us, that we will all do our little best to ensure that the persons who are left out of various services, be it telecom or be it water or maybe any other kind of service, especially essential services, receive these benefits within the next year or two. So we have a large number of very important flagship programs that have been launched by the government, which includes water supply under the Jal Jeevan Mission, BharatNet connectivity for the telecom program. So like that, there are several programs of the government which are targeted at the Antyodaya, I think the last man down the chain. So, and ensure that the last man or woman receives those benefits, and the last man, woman, or child, I think, receives those benefits in the appropriate manner in the next year or so. So I think next year, when we not this year, when next year will be the conclusion of the Amrit Kal, I think all of us must actually work very hard towards that. And I think I'm sure that the job, however hard we may try, maybe some part of it will still remain undone. So I think there will be still a lot more work for you to take forward as we go as you go into your careers. So with this few words, I will stop here, and I will only remind you that the civil service is not a bed of roses. I think let me also warn you, because I am a 33-year-old into the service. I think like Mr. Panda, I am his batchmate, and both of us are. I think started our journey sometime in August of 1989. So when somebody mentioned here Tawang, I think I struck me. I think maybe in December of 1989, I was there in Tawang as well with DC Bomdilla and many others. I think it was a wonderful time. I think a time of exploration rather. I think we were new to the service. We were learning the ropes and all that stuff. So therefore, I guess there's a lot of exploration to be done. There's a lot of learning to be done. There's a lot of understanding that needs to be developed. Of not only the system, but also how India's heart beats, I think, in terms of what it beats for and what is it asking for and all that stuff. So therefore, I think you have a massive task before you. I would only end by saying that the civil service is a very important calling, and there will be so many persuasions. I think you will meet all kinds of people in your service, people of all kinds of persuasions, people who are honest, people who are probably dishonest for a day or something like that. When people who are dishonest to the core, I think all kinds of persuasions. I think so. People who are intellectually dishonest. I think you can have so many shades of gray. So I would only entreat all of you. I think please. Because this is something the intellectual honesty or the real honesty is all up to oneself. I think nobody else can ever dictate these terms to you. So therefore, I would request you to think, introspect, and say why, and ask yourself the question as to why you have come into the service, for what purpose. So if that purpose is very clear to you, I'm sure that you will go the right path. If the purpose is probably not clear or probably kind of not the ethical way, then obviously you will be led the wrong way. I think so. Therefore, these are all decisions that you must make early in your life. These are choices that you must make early in your life. I would only entreat you, please. This is a wonderful opportunity to serve the country. I think please do it to the best of your abilities. Ensure that you uphold the highest ethics and the qualities of a civil servant, of an essential civil servant, of honesty, of fairness, of transparency, and of concern for the public. I think day in and day out. So I would also end by saying that learning never stops till the last breath remains in your body. So therefore, learning is a lifelong process. So keep the lamp of learning always aflame. And I think let it guide you, because the more you learn, the more you hear, the more you listen, the more you think. I think maybe the answers to all the questions that appear before you in your official capacity and otherwise will remain answered. So therefore, I would once again wish you all the best. May God bless all of you. I think the lamp of fairness, honesty, truth guide you. I think, and I hope that you all uphold the Constitution of India in its fullness and in its beauty all the way along your career. Thank you and all the best. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. With your permission, we will take for 5 minutes more, sir. This is the thesis released by you, sir. So you will enter on behalf of you. So, sir, please, we are entering now, and the thesis will be released of 2020 batch. So, with your due permission, we are entering, sir, and this curtain will raise. Please.
Please do.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Sir, these are the topics. I am telling you the topics. Mr. Rajat Tripathi, he has written his thesis on regulatory requirement for IoT. Mr. Seres Desi, the topic was development of telecommunication in India and trend analysis. Mr. Alok Pandey has given a thesis on licensing the framework for disaster management and emergency services. Subra Kumari has written on paper licensing framework for right of the way. Other topic is the policy analysis to harness the benefit of fourth industrial revolution. It was written on by Christina Joy. Impact of USOF on the development of telecom network in rural areas. It is written by Shruti Kamboj. Convergence of technology and services looking ahead. Abhilash Hari. Manufacturing of telecom products in India. Vineet Ranjan. Need for new legal framework in telecom and outlook. Mr. Tejas Mahire. Big data and data protection in NDCP 2018. Shivani Sharma. Migration from IPv4 to IPv6 status and its impact. Savita Gotyal. Future regulation of licensing. Looking forward. Ms. Chatra. Concept of green technologies for telecom. Looking forward. K. Pratima. Right to broadband. Legal implications and strategies. Neha Kirdat. Promotion of in-building solution of DAS. Regulatory requirement. Shahrukh Hussain. OTT and net neutrality. Looking ahead. Sri Abhilash Pasam. Regulation of cloud services. Vidita Dagar. Measurement of quality of services of telecom services. Rajat Bharadwaj. And intellectual property rights in telecom. Surtisa Patade. So, sir, these 19 theses we have given to the 19 professionals last year, and they have submitted their paper for evaluation to the DGNIC. So, with your permission, sir, we have released these papers, and a e-copy of these thesis papers will be sent to you, sir, shortly. Now, I request OTs to please give the brief within 30 seconds of these theses. Mr. Rajat Bharadwaj.
So, Mr. Panda, I will have to leave because I have a meeting with the minister starting in 5 minutes. So,
okay.
Thank you very much and wish you all the best.
Thanks, sir. So, I request our director to present a vote of thanks on behalf of DGNS.
Sir, on behalf of our respected Director General, NICF, I would like to extend heartfelt gratitude to Shri K. Rajaraman, sir, Chairman, Digital Communications Commission and Secretary, Telecom. Sir, your knowledge speech has set the direction and objective of our training. Sir, you have shared your experience and words of wisdom with us, which will be enlightening for all the professionals. Sir, we look forward to have an offline interaction with you very soon. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
We have a small memento on behalf of DG and NICF to you, sir. So kindly accept our memento. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so we'll end it here.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Yes, we'll do it.
So on behalf of DG and ICF and Secretary Telecom, formally we start the training of the professionals and we end this session, tomorrow global session. Thank you. Thanks all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.